Shopkins fans, it's Pink One here with you today. And I've had a request for Googy. Do anything with Googy, whatever I want. But they didn't really tell me what. They just said, do something to do with Googy. So I just took their request and decided to do it this morning. I thought of 2 videos to do with Gertie. So I'm going to be doing the 2 videos, but in separate videos. Let's get started with the first one, and this one is DIY. I'm going to be doing a DIY with Googy, and I'm going to be doing a tutorial on how to turn Googy with paint pens, markers, whatever you want to use. But if you're using pens, normal pens, I think after that you'll need to use glaze so it won't come off. But if you doesn't come off, you don't have to. These are what we're going to be turning them into. Things like this, chocolate eggs, and eggs that are in a kind of wrapper, or mini eggs that aren't in a wrapper, they're just coloured. Don't recognise this. Well, you should recognise this. It's a Cadbury's cream egg, and we're going to be turning Googy into a Cadbury's cream egg. With the wrapper on and without. That's why I've got this picture to show you. Here are mini eggs if you don't know. And then obviously a Kinder egg. But I'm not going to be doing the inside because the chocolate eggs will just give it away. I'm going to be actually doing them. But I'm going to be doing first the girl one, which is pink. And then the second, which is the boy one with the blue. And it's a Kinder surprise. If you're in a different country, like Germany, this is what they look like. You'll just have to change the words a bit. Looks a bit like this. Let's get started. Let's bring in our Googy. Ooh, ooh, it's scary, but fun. Just get on with it. Yay! Okay, we're going to start off with the chocolate one. For the chocolate one, you'll need to get your paint and get a chocolatey colour. If you don't know how to get that and you only have like green, blue and red, well, if you keep mixing them and maybe get a tiny wincy bit of black if you have it, or just keep mixing them, it should turn a brownish. Add more of one colour to make it more dark in a chocolate colour. Well, I have my chocolate colour ready made. So I'm just going to turn Googy from white into that chocolate colour. Sorry about the random background of the brown, it's just I randomly wanted to put it on. And it's making this look weird. But after you've painted it, it should look a bit like this. Or however yours looks, because it might not be the same colour. I think if it's really thin like this and you want it to be darker, give it another layer. Well, this is going to be one of the dark chocolate ones. Haven't coloured it completely yet. And then the crack at the top, this part of the egg, you can do whatever you want, because in case yours doesn't have an inside, you could just do it the colour of your egg. But if you do want it to be an inside, I'm going to colour my inside of the egg light brown. So I'm going to just quickly colour it in and show you what it looks like. I took all the brown off because it looked weird, but I'm going to do this part first, and then I'm going to do the brown. But this is what my brown looks like. Let's move on to the next Googy. Actually, no, we haven't finished. I'll show you on a plain Googy because that other Googy is drying. For this part, you need a darker bit of brown so you can kind of see it. You don't have to use a brush because the brush would just make it smudge. But if you have a pin or anything, I'm just randomly using this. Dip it in, so it's at the end. Go down very lightly, super light, like this. You can push in if you need to. Just like that. But very, very lightly. Don't push too hard if you are going to push. And then go around it if you want. And if you have, after you've done that, you should have it like a hashtags all over it, but all in one. So it's like line, 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 across, 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 across. But if you have a particular one, like a line across and swirls at the top and spots at the bottom, you can do that if you want. Now let's move on to the next one. Right, so this next one is going to be the Googy that is like the Googy that's got a wrapper on it. So let's get started. Choose your colour, then paint the Googy that colour. Once again, I got the background the same, but I chose neon green. This is a glow-in-the-dark neon green, but never mind. You can choose whatever colour you want, like a pastel blue, pastel whatever. But for the crack up here, what I'm going to show you is that you can either have it so it looks like it's ripping off the, and then there's going to be brown inside because it's like the wrapper's ripping off, or you can just have it so like it's coming out. But to get it ripping off, this is how you do it. Get kind of like this, and you're going to put, colour that in your colour of the chocolate, but I've already got it as my colour, can you see? The right colour. And then get that colour and start getting it into the right shape. And then if you're going to have little crumbles in it off the wrapper, just do this, like we did before with the chocolate egg, so it looks like crumbles. Ta-da! For the mini egg, you can choose what colour. I'm going to have pastel pink this time. And we're going to cover all the white in pastel pink. I couldn't find pastel, but this is what it looks like. Hoo-ah. It's a mini egg. But now we need, you can use whatever you want. I'm going to use a dotter. And with my dotter, I need to get dark brown or black. And do big spot by here with a tiny spot, big spots. As in, for the spots all over it, I'm just going to do big ones, small ones, big ones, small ones, big ones, and once again, small ones. Before I do that, for this, you can have whatever colour inners. I'm going to have super light brown as my inners. Ta-da! I'm just going to get my last Googy. Well, not last. And this is going to be the girl Kinder Egg. So we've got to do a lot of editing on this one, so please watch carefully. Right, so the background is already white in a Kinder Egg. So I'm leaving the bottom bit white. Then I'm going to get a brush and get a light pink. And then I'm going to just use the brush and just like push the brush onto it, just like that. So this is my brush, and it just goes like that. Then I'm going to get a darker colour, go darker, not from the top, just darker from by there. So by there, not going from the top this time, we're just going there. And then we're going to get a darker colour and just go there. And then we're going to let that dry until it's dry. When we have that dry, we're going to use either a super duper thin dotter pin or a needle. And with a needle, I'm using this again because this is super thin buddy, you're going to find the right colours. So I think it's red is the key, or blue. I'll just do blue. And you write do a K, make it thick, and do a K. Just like that, but you've got to make sure that the pink is dry, otherwise it won't work. And then you've got to do red now. I, N, but go under this, like this. And the other side of the N comes out the other end. D, don't do these thick. E, if you need help, just ask an adult. And then with any colour you want, you can write surprise or egg, but egg will be easier then writing surprise. If it was surprise, we'd have to do different colours. But I'm going to choose green, for example. Do E in capital, G in capital, G in capital. And then we should be done with our girl. We're going to basically do that again with the boy, but at the top blue. Now I'm going to show you this part for the Kinder Egg. You can either have it, once again, ripping off, but if you're having it so it's kind of ripped off already by there, and then the egg's tipping out, what we're going to do is we're going to have it either with bits of white in it as the wrapper of a toy, and little bits of the chocolate. So light brown, and then the bottom of this, or a dotter pin, just get little bits of white and different colours. Almost done. We got 2 Cadbury's Breen eggs. I don't know how to say them, and then we should be done. For the inside, we're going to just colour this in brown. And then we're going to do another layer, because always do another layer, otherwise you can't see them properly. And with a needle again or something, do that big swirl in a darker brown so you can just see it. Only just. And that's the little edited. With super duper dark brown, we're going to get dark brown and colour this in very carefully. And then the chocolate version is done. Just getting my last Googy. Oh, dropped it. Alright, so this is my last double Googy. And what we're going to do, we're going to get red here, blue here, red here, blue here. You're going to do it thick so it covers one arm, covers the other arm. So blue covers that arm, red covers that arm, blue covers that arm, red covers that arm. But don't do red, red, blue, blue. Do red, blue, red, blue. And then we got a big bit of yellow in the middle. So if you want, you can get black, and with your needle just do the squiggle. On every single one, if you want, you can do the needle just for the getting ready. And then colour it all in yellow after it's the big squiggle on it. And then in blue, but I'd say whatever colour you want. I'm using purple, for example. Needle, dotter pin, whatever you want. You could use markers for this if you... I'm just showing you with actual paint in case you don't have paint pens or markers. You're going to write Cadbury's cream egg, but at the end of the word, do swirls on the words. If you can't do this, please, 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 please ask an adult to do it, and don't get frustrated and ruin it. Just ask an adult. Thank you. On the back, do a big swirl of yellow again, wiggle, like a splat. And you don't need to write that stuff on the back. Just colour it all in yellow, and it's done. This video was a bit longer than I thought, but yeah, it's a bit longer than I thought. But maybe you didn't watch every single one of the Cadbury's cream eggs of the Googies. Maybe you just watched 1 or 2 because you didn't have enough time. Or you didn't want to watch them, you just wanted to watch the particular one. Well, don't worry about that. You can just go back to the others another time when you're actually going to do those ones, when you have a double. Or if you're not going to use a double. But I hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you next time.